Welcome back to the Knick-Knack Review. Today we get to look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 3. Let's get started. So this episode begins with a PSA about the GRC, the Global Repatriation Council. At first I was like, okay, we're kind of getting a little bit of WandaVision vibes with, like its own commercials. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Got a little bit of originality here. But then enter Captain Not So America, and then bam, I instantly hate this organization. Not really, but anything that he, represents is just kind of like, whoop. Yeah, he immediately jumps out of a van that says GRC, and I'm like, nope, don't like it. I gotta say, this new Captain America really makes you hate him. He is definitely no Steve Rogers. We finally see Sam and Bucky arrive at the prison where Zemo is being held. As soon as he sees Bucky, he just starts blurting out those words that are used to control Bucky. I was like, yep, that's exactly what I would do if I was Zemo. I wouldn't even hesitate, and he didn't. So he tells Zemo that the super soldier serum is being recreated and that they need his help. While explaining the whole thing to Sam, you see Zemo breaking out of prison with not that much difficulty. Once Bucky is finished, enters Zemo, and Sam he just isn't having it. He's like, oh, heck no. After getting Sam to agree with the plan, they eventually go to Zemo's pad. Turns out he's rich. Now, if you're a fan of the comic book, you know him as Baron Zemo. In fact, that's how I knew him originally. The version we got in Civil War was very different from the one in the comic books. For one, he always dons a purple mask, which we do get to see in this episode. But he's very much of a baron in the comic books, very much a leader, a conqueror. And while in Civil War, he was very much a regular guy, and I did like that because it took one regular guy to take down the entire Avengers. I felt that we were losing a very important part of Zemo that is part of the comic books and really makes him who he is. Luckily, in this episode, that's exactly what we get. I think Sam's reaction is spot on is when he's like, so you're rich. Zemo explains how he comes from royalty. So this is definitely a different Zemo than you're used to in Civil War. So the trio head to Madripoor, and Bucky is kind of forced to channel his inner Winter Soldier. The people in Madripoor don't know that the Winter Soldier is no longer the Winter Soldier. I always do enjoy these scenes with Bucky because he does such a good job as the Winter Soldier, as a brainwashed Terminator, and it's just so satisfying to watch, even though he is basically a bad guy. After Sam's phone goes off and ruins their meeting, Sharon Carter comes in to save the day. Now, it was nice to see Sharon Carter again because she really completes the whole Civil War and Winter Soldier story. She was heavily involved with both films, and so I think that was really, really appropriate to bring her into the show. Now, this isn't the same Sharon Carter that you once knew in Civil War and the Winter Soldier. Now, I like what they did with Sharon Carter's character. They basically made her the enemy of the state. I don't like that she is considered an enemy of the state, but I do like how they really showed the repercussions from Civil War. You see, Cap, Natasha, and Sam were all on the run after that movie, but you didn't really get to see what they went through. They just kind of explained it. Oh, we went from hotel to hotel, and we were going here, we're going there. You saw Captain America with long hair and a beard. You saw Natasha with a different hair color. But with Sharon Carter's case, you really get to see like, oh, well, I can't go back home like y'all were able to. I can't show my face. My family doesn't even know where I am. So I really appreciate that detail that they put in there to show the repercussions from that whole movie. Now, the next scene is a very popular scene amongst fans, and it's weird and great at the same time. Baron Zemo dancing. Yeah, it's right up there with Bully Maguire dancing, but I wouldn't say it's as cringy. It's just something unexpected and you just didn't see coming. Something I didn't expect to see and something I didn't realize I needed in my life. After some awkward dance moves from Zemo, the trio managed to find and locate the scientist that recreated the serum. After a little bit of an interrogation, Zemo just pulls out a pistol and kills him out of nowhere, and that's when all hell breaks loose. This is also, however, where we get to see the iconic purple mask. This is when Zemo becomes Baron Zemo, the full-fledged Baron Zemo. And I must say, it translates pretty well on screen. He doesn't go Winter Soldier on anyone, but he does. You do see a difference in him versus, like what you've seen in the movies and even the beginning of the episode. It's almost kind of like once the mask comes on, a different person comes out. Now, I can't leave out the moment where Sam and Bucky get into Zemo's car, and Sam jumps in the back seat and Bucky's in the front. And Sam is like, "You're not going to move up your seat, are you?" And Bucky's like, "Nope." I love that little nod to Civil War where Bucky is in the same position as Sam was in that movie where he was in the back seat and Sam was in the front. And Bucky says the same thing. "You're not going to move, or can you move up your seat?" And Sam's like, "Nope." It's a little bit of fan service, but hey, I appreciated it. The scene then cuts to Carly and one of the Flag Smashers as they come up with a plan on how to infiltrate this GRC building. This was the same building shown in the beginning of the episode. One little thing I did notice on the building, if you look on the gate, it has a small X on the front of the gate. It's literally the X-Men symbol. It's not just a regular X, it's literally a red circle and a red X. Was that on purpose or what? I don't know if that means mutants exist or what. I don't know if that really means anything, but it was something I noticed and I couldn't leave out. After they infiltrate the building, they set off a bomb which blows up a car, which then kills a whole bunch of people inside the building. And the guy's like, "Whoa, there were still people inside." And she's like, "Price to pay." So she really kind of showed an evil side right then and there. And I mean, if you're going to be a villain, why not? After the explosion, the camera then pans to Sam and Bucky and Zemo as they head back to their place. And Bucky, you can tell he's like his spidey sense is tingling, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll catch up with you later. I'm going for a walk." And I love that his skills are as sharp as ever. You know, just because he's a good guy now and he's not being controlled, he still has the fighting skills, his covert skills, and everything he learned. He still has it. He's just able to control it now. He locates two devices and realizes that they're being followed, and he turns around only to find the Dora Milaje. And I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but Io? Anyway, she's looking for Zemo, and she's not happy. And this episode kind of leaves on a cliffhanger. I thought this was a good episode. I like how they keep really showing that this Captain America is different from Steve Rogers and is no way trying to replicate him in any way. They're not trying to replace Chris Evans. They're not trying to replace Steve Rogers. They are literally saying, "This is the new Cap. Deal with it." That about does it for this episode. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about this episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let me know if you saw anything that I might have missed or just any kind of little Easter eggs. Also, don't forget to like and, well, you know what to do. With that said, I am Clint the Knickknack, and I will see you on the next one.